session. This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu. So the story that we're going to deal with today is The Lost Child, which is very, very, very close to my heart. Okay. So guys, I hope you've already seen um, the first video lecture that we have already covered, the previous video lecture where we have covered the story, right? So today we will be revising the entire story, guys. Let's have a look at the summary first. Okay, so let's summarize the story and then we will be talking about the theme. So one short revision, guys, talking about the theme and some important questions as well, so you will have a very good revision, I'm sure. But guys, don't come to this session without going through the text. That's a request to all of you. See, reading the text has its own benefit, guys. It improves your reading skill, and of course you have to be thorough with the text because the question pattern has changed a lot, right? So please, it will be helpful for me as well to make you relate to the chapter very easily if you have a very thorough idea of the text. Okay, so now let's start and summarize the story. So it's basically about a child who visits the fair. Okay, it's by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay, so the child goes to the fair. It was a spring fair. All the people were going over there. Some were riding horses. So he is portraying a very vivid picture of the fair. So from the very beginning, we see a very vivid picture of the fair, right? Of the village fair. Okay, so the little child was running after his parents. He was very, very, very happy. So just imagine, go back to your childhood. First of all, do let me know, have you ever gone to a fair? Have you ever visited a fair? Well, I have. When I was a child, I still like visiting fairs. So guys, visiting a fair always gives us a different kind of a feeling, right? It kind of connects me with my childhood memories. So what about you guys? Do you like visiting fair? So do let me know in the comment section. So the child was overjoyed, and see, when he stepped onto the fair, he was so mesmerized by whatever he saw. He wanted everything. Okay, he wanted to buy everything. He wanted the toy. Okay, he wanted whatever he saw in the shop. He wanted all those, but his parents would not let him buy, right? Just typically as our parents, in typical Indian parents, right? So we can we can very much relate our childhood days. We can very much relate with our parents, right? So definitely, in order to deviate him, the mother always tried to comfort him and asked him to look for different things, right? And then it was the season of mustard flowering. The fields looked gold. Okay, so beautiful description of the mustard fields as well. The dragonfly. So here we have a beautiful description of nature. Okay, the child was trying to. So the child was definitely he had a close association with nature, association or bond with nature. So children, uh, one second. Children are very closely associated with nature because the more we grow up, we become distant from nature. But children, they are closer to divinity, they are closer to nature, right? So he was also very close, and he was also very attracted to whatever he saw, the mustard flowers, and he tried to even catch the dragonflies which were revolving, right? He heard the dove cooing. So here we can see all the elements of nature together. He ran gaily towards his parents. He was very happy, right? He picked up the petals in the grove then. He then ran around the banyan tree. So see the depiction of nature, beautiful depiction of nature. And again, constantly whenever he was, kind of getting lost in the allure, the alluring atmosphere there in the fair, he was being called by his parents. The child with the parents then finally reaches the fair. He heard a sweetmeat seller, gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi. Are you guys hungry after seeing all this? Right? So we have since Mulk Raj Anand was an Indian author, Indian English author. So definitely we have, I would like to say Hindi words, right? because definitely Mulk Raj Anand was an Indian English author, so definitely we can find the Indianness in his writing. So there we are. The sweet shop was greatly decorated. Okay, seeing the sweets, the child's mouth watered, and this reminds me of another very famous Hindi story called Eidgah. Okay, Eidgah by Munshi Premchand. Okay, if you have ever read this story, this is beautiful, lovely, very heart touching. Okay, when we were in class 10th, I read it for the first time and it was so very touching. If you ever get a chance, guys, do read this. Okay, so you will find the description of the fair very similar. Okay, so seeing the sweets, the child's mouth watered. I want that burfi. Burfi was his favorite sweet and mine too. Okay, so but his saying was so unheeded. Nobody paid attention. Unheeded is the parents weren't paying attention. So are you guys kind of relating to your childhood days as well? Well, you are children even now. So does this happen to you or did this happen to you earlier? Do let me know. Okay, various scenes of the fair. Now, what are the various scenes? See, he heard a flower seller saying, so a very realistic description of the village fair, right? So the child went to the flower basket. He wanted a garland, but he knew his parents would refuse to buy him that. So we all somehow, definitely, as I keep telling you, we are very, very much relating because the child's parents. So you see, the child is unnamed over here. So this is kind of having this universalization. This is talking about universal childhood, and that makes this the story of every child can so very relate. And here also this is talking about his parents here also we see universal parenthood, right? Okay, so definitely. Acha. Then he had balloons of various colors and he knew. Now, by this time, he had already come to know that there is no use of crying and, whining over all these items because he is not going to get any. So he walked further. So, guys, I hope you are so far enjoying the session a lot. So, if you want to join us further and gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks, what you need to do is just visit the link in the description box and pin comment. Okay, so the moment you visit the link in the description box and pin comment, you enter into our platform, guys. Okay, so there we provide you unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. All right, so I will be showing you very soon how you can enter into our classroom and be a part of our family member, and what are the advantages and how exactly do we have our studies over there, how wonderfully we prepare you not just for your upcoming board exams but for your entire future. So with unlimited live classes with fun and high level quiz questions, you can compete with the students throughout the world, and you also have replays. You can watch the replays. Even those are not boring. They are very, very interactive because you have live quizzes and leaderboards even there, right? And the content you can download, so no problem with your notes, guys, because you have ready-made notes at the end of each session. You can download them. That's going to be very helpful. Plus, after each session you have assignments. If you solve those assignments, you will understand how much you have grasped the content. Plus quality tests. We also do take quality tests and we give you the performance report which helps you to analyze where are you standing. You have got access to free 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses. So recently we have started with a number of crash courses, guys, in which you can get yourselves enrolled, and all this at a very, very, very affordable price. Which you just need to you just need to visit the link in the description box and pinned comment and use the coupon code SWR Pro. ठीक है? The moment you use the coupon code SWR Pro, I'll show you how exactly you can do this. Just give me a second. It will, first of all, let me tell you that using the coupon code will give you the 1 month subscription only till March 21st. Sorry, not the 1 month. It's till March 21st, guys. You can enter. Okay, you can take this opportunity only on 1600. The moment you enter the coupon code. Okay, so that is per class price is only 8 rupees. That is very affordable, guys. And this is exactly the time, the 2 years, 9th and 10th. Okay, these 2 years are exactly the time when you have to get your foundation, the base very strong. Okay, so these 2 years you should not make any compromises in your studies, right? So link is the given in the description box, and I'll show you. I'll just visit the link and I'll show you how you should enter your coupon code and what are the how does our platform look like, where can you get the notes from, and all of them. Okay, all of that. So just give me a while, I'll just show you, right? Okay, guys, so here you can see the link, right? So you just need to click on this link. You will find it in the description box. I also found it there. So grade 9th, all right, select target. Okay, you select your target. You can see till March 21. You just need to click on proceed to pay. And the moment you click there, you will find over here, you will get the coupon code. So you apply the coupon code SWR Pro. The moment you apply the coupon code SWR Pro, click on apply. You see, you get immediate 400 rupees off. Okay, that is 1600. The 2000 becomes 1600. Right now, I'll show you what are the features. I mean, how does our platform look like? So here you can check. These are my sessions, right? So let's check one replay. Check the replay of our session. So here you can check the replay, guys. I'll just forward it. Okay. So this is how it looks like. These are the quiz questions, and over here you can go forth and right. So now I'll show you how you can check the notes. Okay, so here you can take the notes, click on get notes, and you'll get all the notes at the end of the session. You can download them all, right? So here, as you can see, you can all have the handwritten notes of the teachers along with that. So it remains there for all of you to cater to. All right, guys, so this is how it looks like, and I'm sure, guys, this is something that you should go ahead with. Okay, so coming back to our session and returning to my full screen, I mean, yeah. So I hope this will be very beneficial for all of you guys. Okay, so now let's proceed further. The child is lost. Okay, the child is lost in the beauty of the fair. He then sees a snake charmer. He was playing flute. Okay, so the snake charmer has also very deep symbolic significance. It's like the allure of the world. Okay, it's like the allure of the world. It's charming him. Okay, then his parents, you remember that his parents had asked him not to hear such music. Okay, so he went ahead. Then when men, women, and he then saw a merry-go-round. So final thing that he saw was a merry-go-round, and now he could not give up. Okay, he wanted somehow to go on that roundabout. Okay, then the child called, men, women, children, they were all enjoying the ride. So this is something that he could not, control, right? So then he said, I want to go on the roundabout. Please, father, mother. He was kind of imploring his father and mother. Please, father, mother. But what happened was there was no reply. The child had been lost. So not just here, lost is very symbolic. He is lost in the beauty of the outside world, and he has gone away from his parents. That is somebody who would care about him. Okay, so he had lost connect. Okay, so the child is in a very bad shape. Okay, A full deep cry. This last paragraph is very, very important. What is the reaction of the child now? Full deep cry from within the child's throat. Deep throat. So he is deeply, deeply terrified and deeply upset. Tears rolled down his eyes. He cried and ran to and fro. He couldn't see his father. People laughed and talked. And then he ran to a shrine. There was a big crowd there. The child went a bit ahead between the people's feet, but he was pushed back. So, this is what happens. This is the usual scenario of a village fair. A man heard his cry. He lifted him up in his arms. The man tries to locate the child's parents. Now, the man was trying to comfort him initially, but the child kept on saying, I don't want anything. I want my father. I want my mother. Right? He took him to the merry-go-round. He took him to the horse ride, whatever he had witnessed so far. But now, the child does not want to do any of the things that he earlier wished. Right? And then he sobbed and sobbed. He then finally took him to the merry-go-round. He wanted to take a ride, remember? But now, what did he say? He only sobbed and he said, I want my father and mother only. Then he took him to the flower seller. Okay, the garland, he asked if he would like to. He's trying to, deviate the child, comfort the child. But he is very, very, very upset and he only is craving for his mother and father. Right? So this is how the story is very open-ended over here. We do not come to know what happens next. So we can have multiple layers of interpretations, right? So this is left open to our interpretation. Okay, the end of the story. Now let's talk about the theme. Now we've seen what is the story all about. Now let's see what is the theme of this story. Now, as I told you, this is the universality of a child's desire for everything because the child is unnamed. So definitely this is concerning the universal childhood. It's not the story of just one child. It's a story of all the children. Okay. So it's a story of a child, his aspiration, his demands, his realization. Very, very, very important. And this leads us to the symbolic meaning. The child is lost. Lost where? In the fair. Now, the stepping onto the fair, crossing the threshold, is something which is also very symbolic. From his own world, he is entering into a world which is very unknown, but he is allured, he is mesmerized. So it's about his aspiration, his demands. But finally, he realizes the importance of his parents, right? So it's focused on the awareness of parents. We don't really understand the true value of parents and we take them as granted, right? So this is for all of us. We do not understand the true value of parents uh, till the point we do not miss them. Okay, till the point we do not realize their absence, right? So presence of the parents are taken very, very for granted. Don't you think so, guys? The significance of parents is only revealed once they are out of sight and we realize that the world is upside down, just like the lost child. He was lost in the fair and his world became upside down, and only then he could realize the importance of his parents. He got lost in the fair. The ending is very emotional, and as I told you, it's very open-ended. The readers keep on guessing whether the lost child would have finally found his parents or not. Right? So, what is the message that is there for us? It values you know, it values relationship over material goods. Now, when I'm talking about fair, when I'm talking about the allure, I'm talking about the allure of the materialistic. This is the symbolic meaning. Okay, materialistic world. Okay, the mesmerizing power that the materialistic world has got. But if we, if we go deeper into that, we are going to be lost just like the child, right? So he realizes the value of his parents once he's separated from them. It also sheds light on the universal fear of children and parents of getting separated from one another. All right. Now, significance of the title, very, very, very important. The lost child, it's very significant, guys. It has symbolic meaning. So it captures the reaction of the child to the world around him before and after he's lost. Very important point. As I told you, that the man tries to comfort him with those very things that he wanted when he entered the fair. So what was his reaction when he entered the fair, and how did it change when he lost his parents? Um, okay, so that is what it is. Okay, it's about an event that takes place in the life of a child who gets lost. It expresses the fear, anxieties, worries of this young child who is separated from his parents due to his fascination with the world around him. Very, very important, and this is something which is having symbolic meaning. As I told you, the allure of the outside world, the allure of the materialistic world, it takes us away from our well-wishers, right? But, and we can realize this only at the point when we miss them, when we have lost them, right? So we should not go to such an extent to, I mean, if even if we are going to that extent, this realization is also very important, right? If we do not have this incident in our life, we will never come to realize the true value of our parents. So this exploration part, this realization part can only come if we take the danger, if we take the risk of getting lost. Okay, but we should not be lost completely so as there is no return. There should be a return, and there should also be a realization. That is very, very important. So his fascination with the world is also lost. Okay, so at the end, what happens is when he gets separated from the parents, he realizes the importance of parents, and at that time, the fascination with the world is lost. Now he does not want any of those things which he wanted. Okay? Now that was the story, guys, and that was the meaning of the story. I hope you've understood the deeper level of the story. That is very important for you to understand. It's not just about the child getting lost in the fair and then, a man saving him, right? Or trying to save him. We do not know whether he's successful in doing that, but it's something beyond that, right? So I hope I have been able to, take you there. Okay. So now this is the extract based question which I want all of you to answer. Let us read the extract. His father looked at him, red-eyed in his familiar tyrant way. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, uh, was tender and giving him her fingers to hold and said, "Look, child, what is before you?" So typical mother and father, right? The father acts like a strict disciplinarian, and her mother is comforting, soothing, trying to deviate her. Okay, trying to strike a balance between the father and the son, right? So what was before him? A snake charmer, a sweet seller, a flowering mustard seed merry-go-round. At this point, it was a flowering mustard seed. Okay, mustard field. Give me a quick high five those who got it correct. Okay, next question. What did the child want to buy just before the incident narrated in the extract? Just before the incident. Toy, gulab jamun, flowers, merry-go-round. Come on, guys. These are the things for which I told you have to be thorough with the text. It's he wanted to buy a toy. Again, a high five for those who've got it correct, and for those who haven't, please go through the text once again. Which phrase, इसका आंसर पहले से ही कैसे दिया हुआ है? Anyways, which phrase signify the festive mood of the day, tender, melted, free spirit? It is free spirit. Okay. So guys, now we enter into the questions. ठीक है? 3-mark questions. Okay. So this is the extract which you can read, of course. How does the lost child lose interest in the things that he had wanted earlier? This is very simple. This is definitely talking about the ending of the story. For any child, the security of being with his parents is the most important. Okay. So when he was with the child, he was very happy and he wanted everything, whatever he saw. Okay. So the child loses interest in the things that he wanted earlier because he was in a panic-stricken situation. He was separated from his parents. So he, at this point of time, he realized the value of his parents. Okay, all he wanted now was to get united with his parents. All the things that had attracted him in the fair earlier no longer appealed to him once the harsh realization of being lost came to his mind. So incorporate this point that now he had lost his interest in the worldly affairs, or you can say in whatever he was with whatever he was earlier attracted to. What served as an attraction was now completely uninteresting, for him. Next is the last question for 5 marks, guys. When does he realize that he has lost his way? How have his anxiety and insecurity been described? So it was the last, merry-go-round incident. Okay, so the child realizes that he's lost his way on reaching the roundabout. Okay, he stopped to observe it with full swing, with men and women enjoying themselves. So he also wanted to take a ride. So watching them keenly, he calls his parents and turns him to ask for permission, but there was no reply. He turned to look for them, but they were not there. And what was his reaction? A full deep cry rose from within his dry throat. Very, very important. This point is very important. With a jerk of his body, he ran from where he stood, crying out for his parents. Please don't miss this point, okay? This also, tears, this is showing the effect of the child, the impact of the child. Panic stricken, running from one side to another. His yellow turban became untied and his clothes became muddy. Okay, so that was his reaction, guys. I hope you have understood the session so far, and I hope you will be able to solve the questions now after the one short revision. If you understand the theme, if you understand the message, and if you read the text thoroughly and understand the events of the story, you will definitely be able to handle any question that comes in your paper. So with this, guys, I would bid adieu and thank you so much. Now I have to sign off. So bye bye. Take care, everyone. Before signing off, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye. Take care.